Hi students, in our previous video we had discussed about the four types of chemical reactions. In this video we are going to discuss about the fifth type of chemical reaction, that is called oxidation reduction reaction. What is it called? Oxidation reduction reaction. Let us take a very simple example to understand the name of oxidation. Let us imagine we had an apple. When we cut up any apple to a small piece, the inner part previously that used to be, now that was exposed for the atmospheric moisture or atmospheric gases. After some time, it will be changing to some brown color because that cutted inner part is now exposed to the outer part, and we say it is getting oxidized. So oxidation is the phenomena that we had observed in our day-to-day life in the case of apple, that we can see no sooner within 5 minutes a reaction. But there are many more examples in the same method, like iron. If you say any iron, when you got in a good state, means when it was prepared, it will be very good in shiny in nature. But when this iron is left for atmospheric moisture for many days, like 2 months or 3 months, it is going to react with the moisture, and what color does it will form? It is going to form the brown color rust. It is going to form the reddish brown color rust. Rust, we can use the word, what is the color of the rust? Reddish brown color. The iron is reacting with moisture. Generally, the moisture is nothing but of water. H2O is the formula for water. The atmospheric iron is reacting with the moisture to form. I am not giving a balanced equation, just I am giving a rough equation. To form Fe2O3 XH2O. This Fe2O3 XH2O is the formula for the rust that was developed on the iron. In the reaction, a simple reaction, we can observe on the reactant side we had only iron, but in the product side that iron was combined with oxygen. So what we can conclude is the substance that is getting reacted with oxygen is said to be oxidized. Any substance that reacts with oxygen is said to be oxidized. The process is called oxidation. The process is called oxidation. So what is meant by oxidation, children? Any substance. Here substance is nothing but reactant. We can give the word in the place of substance. Any reactant that reacts with oxygen is said to be oxidized. Means that is going to react with oxygen and that is going to combine with oxygen. It is said to be oxidized, and the process is called oxidation. So the definition you can understand what is meant by oxidation. Let us take the definition reduction. I have given the oxidation is in a simple way. The whole process we say the oxidation can be noted as, in a simple word, addition of oxygen. Addition of oxygen. Oxygen is nothing but, oxidation is nothing but addition of oxygen. In another word, we can remove hydrogen from the reactant. If hydrogen is removed from the reactant, then the reaction is also called as the oxidation reaction. So that is the definition for the oxidation reaction. Then what is meant by an reduction reaction? Let us see the definition for reduction reaction. Here, in the place of oxidation, you change the reduction. And in the oxidation, what had happened? Addition of oxygen has been taken place. In the case of reduction, addition of hydrogen will take place. Addition of hydrogen will take place. So let us give a definition here. What is meant by reduction? Addition of hydrogen to the reactant is said to be a reduction reaction. Is said to be a reduction reaction. Addition of hydrogen to the reactant is said to be a reduction reaction. In another way, we can also write this reduction as, we can write the reduction also as addition of hydrogen, or removal of oxygen. So, difference between oxidation and reduction is, in the case of oxidation, oxygen will be added and hydrogen will be removed. In the case of reduction, hydrogen will be added and oxygen will be removed. So, this is a small difference between oxidation and reduction, and we got the definitions also. So, let us take the activity to understand oxidation reduction reaction. One activity we are going to take for the oxidation reduction reaction. For this activity, we are using a copper metal powder. We are using a copper metal powder. Let us see here. Let us take the activity to understand the oxidation and reduction process. We had a lot to study here. We got a small china dish. It's made up of porcelain. In that china dish, we had taken 1 gram of copper powder. What had we taken? 1 gram of copper powder. Have you ever observed copper anytime? In your home, you will have the electrical wires. The inner part of the electrical wire, that is made up of copper metal, and that appears to be brown in color. So the powdered state of copper will be also brown in color only. The powdered copper we had chosen here as our reactant, and we had placed it in the china dish, and we placed it over the types of the tripod stand, we have taken one Bunsen burner. Bunsen burner. Let us begin the activity. Initially, after taking the copper powder in the china dish and placing the china dish over the mess, that is white mess, which is placed over the tripod stand, and once we start heating this Bunsen burner, igniting the Bunsen burner, it will supply the heat for the copper powder. This copper powder, we say it is in the solid state, but it is in the powdered state, copper powder. When we are heating it, any substance when we heat in the presence of air, that will be oxidized. Now the copper is also reacting with atmospheric oxygen. Atmospheric oxygen. Copper is reacting with atmospheric oxygen. And when it is reacting with atmospheric oxygen, what things are formed? Let us see. It is going to form CuO. What is it forming? CuO. But in the reactants, how many oxygens are there? 2 oxygens are there. In this case, copper will be in the +2 oxidation state, and oxygen will be in basically in the 2- oxidation state. Let us recall the grade 9 standard topic, crisscross method. Cu2O2. Simplification, we got CuO. What is the oxidation of copper here, children? 2+. Whenever we are writing the name of the compound that is having some oxidation state, we can mention clearly as copper 2 oxide. Generally we write as copper oxide, but the copper exhibits in 2 oxidation states, +1 oxidation state and also +2 oxidation state. Here we are writing the 2+ in the Roman number and also placing in the simple bracket. What is the compound we formed when the copper powder was heated? It is forming copper oxide. This copper oxide is a black colored compound. What is the color of the compound? Black colored compound. Previously we had learned changes during a chemical reaction. The brown colored copper powder, during a chemical reaction there will be a change in state, change in temperature, change in color. Initially copper powder will be brown in color, but at the end of the reaction there is a change in color to black colored compound of copper to oxide. Now can you just recall the definition of oxidation? What is meant by oxidation? Addition of oxygen to the reactant. Addition of oxygen to the reactant is known as oxidation. In this reaction, do we find copper is on the reactant side and oxygen is also on the reactant side only. That is going to be added for the copper. So shall we say this is an oxidation reaction. What is this one? An oxidation reaction. Let us see now in our activity what we have taken. We have taken the copper powder in the china dish and after heating it developed a black colored compound. So this step we are calling as the oxidation step. What is the step we are calling as the oxidation step or the oxidation reaction step? Now when you pass the hydrogen gas over the black colored compound, the hot black colored compound, what are we passing? hydrogen gas over the black colored compound. Now our black colored compound is CuO. For this, what are we passing? We are passing the hydrogen gas over A. We are passing the hydrogen gas over A. On the copper china dish, which is having a black colored compound, we are passing the hydrogen gas. Then what will happen? This black colored compound that was formed in the first step again changes to brown colored compound. Which color compound will be changing to? Brown colored compound. Can you could say what will be this brown colored compound? Yes. In the starting, brown color used to be with the copper only. Now it is taking place the same. We are getting back our copper. Whereas the hydrogen gas that we passed on, it is taking out the oxygen with it. It is taking out the oxygen with it. And is forming water that will be mixed along with moisture. In this reaction, this black colored compound is our reactant. From the reactant, when you observe, hydrogen is taking out the oxygen. Hydrogen is taking out the oxygen. Can you say removal of oxygen is called? Removal of oxygen is called reduction. Previously, for the reactant when oxygen was added, it is called oxidation. Now for the reactant, when the oxygen is removed, it is said to be reduction. Now you may have one more question. Sir, here hydrogen is there, no? But on the product side it is going oxygen. Yes, this is a reactant now and this is the product. In the reactant it is not having oxygen. In the product it is having oxygen. So we say the hydrogen gas is said to be undergone the process of oxidation. Hydrogen gas said to be undergone the process of oxidation. In a chemical reaction. In a chemical reaction. That is the black colored copper oxide when reacted with hydrogen gas. It is forming back the brown colored copper and the moisture water vapor. In this reaction, copper oxide was changed to copper, that is loss of oxygen has been taken place. Loss of oxygen is called reduction, whereas hydrogen gained the oxygen and it is called oxidation. In a chemical reaction, when both oxidation and reduction takes place simultaneously. In a chemical reaction, when oxidation and reduction takes place simultaneously, those chemical reactions are called as oxidation reduction reactions. What are they called as? The oxidation reduction reactions, or in a short, redox reactions also. What are they called also as? Redox reactions also. So let us take another example. Have you ever heard the word about the metal called zinc? The zinc is the metal in the periodic table. Its position is 30th element, atomic number 30. In the nature, it will be combined with oxygen and occurs as zinc oxide. The metallic oxide of zinc, metal oxide. In the nature itself, it exists as the metal oxide state, zinc oxide. We can say it is occurring in the zinc oxide. But in order to get in the normal form, we need to remove the oxygen from that zinc. For that purpose, we use the coke, not the Coca-Cola. The coke is the purest form of carbon. Coke is the purest form of the carbon. The coke, when we add it for the zinc oxide, coke when we add it for the zinc oxide, here what happens is the carbon will take out the oxygen, forming carbon monoxide. Forming carbon monoxide. Whereas the zinc, you please see both must be in the capital letters only, children. The zinc is left behind. Zinc metal is left behind. What changes did you observe in this chemical reaction? Can you observe the reactant zinc oxide on the left hand side, whereas on the products only the zinc. So the reactant zinc oxide, when compared with the product, what happened for it? Oxygen was lost. Loss of oxygen can could call reduction. Loss of oxygen is called reduction. Whereas the coke in the reactant side and in the product side carbon monoxide, when we compare, carbon gained the oxygen. Gain of oxygen is called oxidation. Gain of oxygen is called oxidation. So we need to understand these type of reactions, children. That in a chemical reaction, addition of oxygen or removal of hydrogen is said to be oxidation. Is said to be the oxidation reaction. And for reduction, how do we write? In a chemical reaction, addition of hydrogen or removal of oxygen is said to be reduction. Is said to be reduction. So this is what about our oxidation reduction reactions.